Hello everyone. Welcome to this English listening practice video. In today's video, you are going to listen to a long and realistic story told completely in English. This story is specially designed for intermediate English learners who want to improve their listening skills naturally. While listening, I encourage you to focus not only on the words, but also on the emotions, ideas, and message behind the story. Try to understand how sentences are formed and how ideas are connected. During the story, we will pause at different points to explain important vocabulary in simple and clear English, so you can easily follow along and learn new words in context. Do not worry if you do not understand everything the first time. Listening regularly is the key to improvement. Now, relax, stay focused. And before we begin, make sure to subscribe to the channel. Let's begin.
Michael was 35 years old. He lived in a large city and worked as an accountant in a private company. Every morning, he woke up early, took a quick shower, drank his coffee, and left for work. His days were always the same. Michael earned enough money to live comfortably, but he did not feel happy. He often felt tired, bored, and disconnected from people around him. At work, he spoke only when necessary. At home, he spent most of his time scrolling on his phone or watching television. Deep inside, Michael felt that something was missing in his life.
Let's stop and learn some words. Accountant, a person who works with money and financial records. Comfortably, having enough money and no serious problems. Disconnected, not feeling close to people. Missing, something that should be there but is not. Now, let's continue the story.
One evening, after finishing work, Michael decided to walk home instead of taking the bus. The air was cool, and the streets were busy. As he was walking, he noticed a small bookstore on a quiet street. He had passed this place many times, but never stopped. This time, something made him go inside. The store was old but warm. There were shelves full of books, and soft music was playing in the background. An elderly man stood behind the counter. He looked calm and friendly. "Welcome," the man said with a gentle smile. Michael nodded and began looking at the books.
Let's stop again and learn some words. Noticed, became aware of something. Quiet, with little noise. Elderly, old. Gentle, kind and soft. Let's continue.
Michael picked up a book and started reading the first page. He did not realize how much time had passed. After a while, the old man spoke again. "You look like someone who was searching for something," he said. Michael was surprised. He smiled politely and replied, "Maybe. I'm not sure what." The old man nodded slowly. "Many people come here looking for answers," he said. But answers often appear only when we slow down. Michael thought about this while holding the book in his hands. For the first time in a long while, he felt calm.
Let's stop again and learn some words. Searching, trying to find something. Surprised, feeling shock or an unexpected emotion. Politely, in a respectful way. Appear, to become visible or known. Continue listening.
Michael bought the book and thanked the old man. As he was leaving, the man said something that stayed in his mind. Success is not only about money, the man said. It is about meaning. That night, Michael read the book until late. It talked about purpose, balance, and human connection. Over the next few weeks, Michael started making small changes. He began waking up earlier. Not to rush, but to enjoy his mornings. He started speaking more at work and listening more carefully to others. Slowly, his routine began to change.
Let's stop and learn some words. Stayed in his mind, he kept thinking about it. Meaning, purpose or value. Balance, a healthy mix of things. Routine, daily habits. Let's go on.
One weekend, Michael decided to volunteer at a local community center. At first, he felt nervous. He helped serve food, clean tables, and talked to people from different backgrounds. Some were old, some were young, and many had difficult lives. Yet, they smiled more than he expected. One woman said to him, "Thank you for being here. It means a lot." Michael felt something warm inside his chest. It was a feeling he had not experienced in years. He realized that helping others gave his life a deeper meaning.
Let's stop again and learn some words. Volunteer, work without money to help others. Nervous, feeling worried or afraid. Backgrounds, life experiences. Experienced, felt something. Let's continue.
Months passed, and Michael was no longer the same person. His job was still demanding, and life was not perfect. But now, he felt more present and alive. He still visited the bookstore sometimes. The old man always greeted him with the same calm smile. One day, Michael thanked him for changing his life. The old man replied, "I did not change anything. You were ready to change yourself." Michael understood then that growth begins when we listen, not only to others, but to ourselves.
Let's stop once again and learn some words. Demanding, requires a lot of effort. Present, fully aware of the moment. Replied, answered. Growth, personal improvement. Now, let's practice your listening skills. Why did Michael feel unhappy at the beginning of the story? What was the first small change Michael made after work one evening? How did the bookstore make Michael feel when he entered it? What did the elderly man say about success? Why did Michael decide to volunteer at the community center? How did helping other people change Michael's feelings? What lesson did Michael learn about personal growth? In your opinion, what was the most important moment in the story? And why? You have now practiced English listening through a long and realistic story. In this video, you learned new intermediate level vocabulary. Listened to full sentences. And heard natural English used in a meaningful context. This kind of practice helps you improve your understanding step by step. You also learned an important idea from the story. A meaningful life is built through awareness, human connection, and small but consistent actions. Remember, improving your English takes time and patience. The more you listen, the more familiar the language will become. Keep listening to English every day. Practice regularly. Stay consistent. And your understanding will continue to improve. Thank you very much for listening. See you in the next video.